Hello everybody. Welcome to my craft room. It is day 2 of our Santa's Workshop Craft Along. So welcome if you're watching live or watching the replay. These will be both on Facebook and on YouTube. So I'm just grateful that you guys are all here and joining me for a fun little break in the day where we're going to have fun getting ready for some stocking stuffers, some gift giving, some Christmas cards. Well, we're calling this Santa's Workshop because it is like you getting to be Santa to all the people in your life. So when you are here, please say hi. I've got my comments going, and hopefully we are live in the right place, and we can spend a few moments together getting crafty. So if you have bought the craft along, hopefully you have your package and you have all your goodies and you can follow along. I'm typically a little bit of a faster creator, stamper, so I typically have a tendency to do some of it ahead of time. So it would be really hard to actually craft right along with me, but you can definitely take this time to make it now, make it later, make it tonight, make it tomorrow, whenever you can. So, but these are a craft along because we do send out, this is the one thing I do it, where we send it out early. So if you had ordered it ahead of time, we already sent it out. We sent you all the tutorials ahead of time, so you've got all the directions, measurements, supplies, so that you can follow along with us. Now, it's not too late. If you did not get it yet, we still have some available. And we'll be shipping out, if you ordered yesterday or today, I'll be shipping them out tomorrow. Now, if you order after tomorrow, then it will not get shipped out until the following week because I won't be in my studio to do that shipping. You can purchase the PDF. It's $25, or any of you can get it for free if you place an online order. This is kind of my Black Friday special. I have 2 specials that I will give you. Stampin' Up! Has some things on sale, blends, and we'll be using a lot of blends too, so you can stock up on some of Stampin' Up! Specials that they have. But I have 2 Black Friday specials of my own. So if your order just has to go over $50 in an online order, you can also text me your order, email me your order, or just place it yourself. And I will be sending you the PDF version of this for free. It's a $25 value, and it is definitely worth at least $25. There's a lot of work that goes in this PDF. It is like a whole little booklet. It's 12 projects with all the pictures, measurements. I love it because like the boxes will typically have templates so that you can assemble them that way. And then also, as my Black Friday deal, I'm going to be sending you a package of 15 sheets of designer series paper, the 12 by 12 size. So if I did that into quarters, that would be 60 sheets, but you're going to get 15, and they'll be assorted, beautiful pieces of 12 by 12 designer series paper. That's over a $23 value that I'm going to send you for free for my Black Friday special. And your order just has to be over $50 from now until Sunday, I believe the 30th, so the last day of November. Okay, you guys ready to jump in and get started? I do want to show you yesterday's projects. So this is 6 days in a row of a craft along. So for 6 days, I'll be coming to you live right here. So let me show you, in case you missed yesterday's, you can go back and watch it, both on YouTube and on Facebook. So this one is so adorable. It's a slide out box. And I made it with a Christmas tree. Has a little window sheet there so you can kind of peek through and see the gift inside. So cute. And actually, it was really simple. So you're going to want to go back and watch this so you can get the measurements and all those things. And we also made this adorable card, and then I made another version of it with the little elf too. So we made these sweet cards as well. Okay, so let's jump into today. Today I have another box and another card to share with you. And this box might be, if you ask me, what's your favorite of all the 12 days of Christmas? Today's box might be it. So let's jump in and get started. All right. So first I did want to share with you, those of you who purchased the craft along, and again, I do have a handful of these left. I think I have about 6 left. We got these cute little elf pants, and inside you have 2 ribbons that we'll use. There we go. We have 2 ribbons, brand new. This is open because I'm obviously using it. The brand new deer dots, the gold sequins that we'll be using those today. It's got some candy, and you can eat the candy, but you also might need it for one of the projects. And this adorable elf pen. I love it. And then a half a pack of the Christmas tags and more paper. Listen, this is what held us up. I couldn't do it earlier because it sold out. Then it came back and it sold out again already. So that's why we're limited on the numbers of things we can do, because the product is already gone again. So there's that. And then you also got a whole pack of cardstock. There was 19 sheets of cardstock and then 3 specialty papers: gold, foil, vellum, and a window sheet, which you can't see in here, and you'll use those too. Oh, thank you, Florentina. I'm going to try to kind of change up a lot of the projects just to give you some different variations. And then you also got a half a pack of the gorgeous specialty paper, the modern Christmas. Okay, so again, you get a lot of product in our craft-alongs, and then we spend all week long giving you lots and lots of ideas on how to use your products. So by the time you are done, you should have like lots of finished projects and lots of ideas on your current ones. Okay, let's jump into today's box. You need a piece of real red, and it's 8 3/8 by 8 3/8. You need a piece of the Designer Series paper that is 6 by 6, and then another piece that is going to be 4 by 4. And again, I'm changing this up just a little bit, so it's not going to be exactly like the sample. I'll show you. I already made this box. But I'm using this piece here of the Christmas tags and more, and we'll do it 4 by 4. So I see lots of you on here who did purchase the craft along, so I hope you have fun putting together your projects. All right, here is today's box. So one thing is it's a lot bigger than what I thought it was. Look how big it is. It's a really nice size. It's 2 1/4 inches wide, and I believe it's 4 1/4. It's a 4 inches wide. A little bit bigger than that, but it is a really nice size box. The lid gives you lots of space to put cookies, candy, socks. You can put homemade, like the dishcloths. You can put so many things inside of here. It's a lot bigger than just a gift card holder. But this is the cool part. Look at the lid. The lid is a shaker lid. So isn't he so cute? All right, let's jump in and teach you how to make this. Okay, so I think I got all of our pieces that we need. Oh, and you need a piece of 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 inch window sheet. So I already cut that too. So we give you a big piece of a window sheet, and then we're going to use it on a couple of the projects. Because yesterday's projects was it yesterday's was a shaker? Oh no, yesterday's was a window, so you could see into it. So we used some of the window sheet yesterday as well. Okay, you're going to need your scoring tool. So take out your scoring tool. And by the way, in the description of this video, if you're on YouTube or on Facebook, are the links that you need. So you don't have to dig for them. There's a link to purchase the PDF for $25. There's a link to order the craft along. Craft along was $84. That includes all that product and the shipping. So, and the little goodie bag and all that. And then there's also a link if you want to place your online order to get it for free. So you can do that as well. So it's all in the description of this video. Okay, so take that piece of red and you're going to score it at 2 1/4, going all the way around on all 4 sides. So 2 1/4. Okay. And then you're going to take the 6 by 6 piece. I am going to do this piece. So again, I'm changing up my patterns and changing up some things that I'm doing for the video, but I just showed you the one that's in the PDF. It's all the same directions and measurements. I'm just changing up the paper and some of the stamps and stuff. All right, so this is the 6 by 6, and this one you're going to score at 1 inch all the way around. And when I do my 1 inch, I always will kind of measure over here. So with a DSP, don't be too hard. Don't be too heavy-handed. You want it to be, otherwise you'll go right through your Designer Series paper. It's kind of a softer score. So the cardstock you can be a little bit rougher with, but the Designer Series paper, you got to be a little bit gentle with it. Okay, I think that's it for my cutting. Let's go ahead and assemble the top and bottom of our boxes. I have my scissors around here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Okay. I'm gonna need my scissors. So take your bone folder and go over on all of your crease marks to get your really good creasing. That's very important. And then same thing over here. Otherwise it doesn't quite lay right. So again, go along. Oops, I'm doing this. I want to go this direction. Because I'm going to use a snowman. And this looks like little, to me this looks like snowfall. Yes, this week is Thanksgiving week here in the States. So tomorrow I'll be live one more time. And then the rest of them will be via YouTube. But there'll still be videos every day. Do you guys all love that shaker box? If you do, give me a heart. I love seeing the hearts. This is going to be, there's a lot of cool projects, but this was probably my favorite. So you're just going to snip on off. See, thank you. I love those hearts. They make me super happy. All right, then you're just going to just trim off. We always say kind of give it a little bit of a wedgie. Trim off those edges. That way they just don't hang. They don't hang over. Oh, I didn't tell. Today's projects were designed by my friend Deb Smeek. All right, then on these tabs, I am going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus, which I think is on low inventory. It's the refills I think are still available, and normally the refills are $8. They're on sale for $6. So I'm a Seal Plus user. I bought 10 refills this morning, so I'll have enough to last me just a little bit. We go through a lot of adhesive, especially with all of our pillow gifts that we make. So, all right, now we're just going to take that. So just the 4 tabs, and then you're just going to line up the edge with the other edge. Oops, guys, I was talking and got distracted. Don't glue it down yet. You shouldn't even have put adhesive on yet. I forgot. Could you tell I did this? All right, there you go. Krista said, I wish I could get your kit. Actually, Krista, I partner with Ange McKay, and she does do the kits in Canada. And she does do little gifts, too. Her gifts are usually, sometimes they're exactly like ours, but sometimes they're a little different, depending on what's available in Canada. All right, before you glue this down, and before you put glue down, you're going to want to take out of the Ornamental Christmas. So if you ever want to be able to get the kit, just let me know, and you can sign up with my friend Ange McKay. I partner with her with almost all of my events. Now I'm going to go run this through with my large embossing. Give me a second. And I do have glue already put down. Hopefully it doesn't stick. Okay. Yeah, it's stuck. We're going to get this off without tearing it. We'll see. If not, we'll just get another piece. That's the beauty of paper crafting, is that it's just paper. We can always get more. Paper, it's not like it's wood or something where it's harder to get more of. Okay. We're good. Look, we're so good. All right, I'm back. I ran through that middle piece there. So this is a 3-inch circle coming out of there, which is our biggest circle that we have. Well, Stylish Shapes has a 3-inch circle too, but this comes in that. All right, so now we can glue down our edges. Oof, well, I almost messed that up. With Seal Plus, you have a kind of a split second to get that apart. Otherwise, I would have been in trouble. I would have had to just start it over. Okay. So there is our lid. Let's do the bottom, and then we'll do the rest of the lid. I'm telling you, talking and stamping at the same time is not as easy as it looks. It is prone to making mistakes. All right, and then I'm just going to again trim these off just so those edges don't stick over, and helps it to have more of a professional look to the finished product. So same thing. We're just going to put adhesive on that tab, on all 4 tabs. We're going to put adhesive there. All right. Deb Smeek actually lives close to me. She only lives about 15 minutes away from me, so that's pretty cool. All right, but my other one, like my other partner, Ann, she lives in Canada. Erica Serwin lives in Texas. Julie lives in Tennessee. And Melissa lives in, oh boy, somehow, I wonder if I can still fix that. I must have scored, it's 2 1/4 all the way around. And this one, it looks like I did just 2. So let's see. Again, I would typically just probably start over, but I feel like it's going to be okay because all of that's going to get glued down. Just going to put a little bit more adhesive over here because you're not going to really see that. Okay, so it's 2 1/4 all the way around. Let's do these first. And then you just put these tabs in. What I would probably do is go around and score the rest of the way around so it looks like I meant to do that. I love making mistakes and fixing it to where it's like, oh, well, that was a neat little touch, but it's really not a big deal. It's just got this little score mark there. Right? So I fixed it. Okay, so here's the bottom of the box. Again, it's really, really big. So Nicole asked what type of electric cutter do I use. I do use a Carl cutter isn't electric, that is for paper cutter. But here at my studio in Byron Center, I have a Vagabond. I use a Vagabond for mass production. And obviously I use our Stamp and Cut Emboss machine for everything else. But I do for my mass production. It's not available. You can't buy it anymore. I've had mine for about, I don't know, gosh, 8 years. When I started doing like mass production, because we do thousands and thousands of die cuts in a month. We probably do 1,000 every week. So we needed to get one for Nancy. So anyway, that's the noise that you heard. Okay, so now let's go to the lid, and we're going to make our shaker box. So you want to use adhesive strips are your best choice. Your other option, if you don't have these, is you can line dimensionals going all the way around so they touch, but that would take a lot. So this is a lot easier. You're just going to do this, and you're just going to go all the way around your circle, and it creates this, well, here we go. Stop, time out. I keep jumping ahead. So this is why it's good not to craft along with me and wait for me to make mistakes, and then you learn what to do. First, you gotta put down your window sheet. So put some glue on the top of that lid. All right. So I have this 3.5 by 3.5 window sheet, and that's gonna get put down here. Now you can take your adhesive strips. So these are foam adhesive strips. Now you can go all the way around. So this is why it's really good to read the directions. See, I made this once already. And by the way, I made it pretty perfect because I followed the directions. Now I'm all cocky and think I can just do it on my own without following the directions. And that's where I keep missing steps. All right, but we fixed them. It's all good. There you go. So, but the directions do tell you step by step which direction to go in. Okay, so then you're just going to go ahead and make sure those meet really good. And I'll trim that off. So that way the shakers can't get out of there. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals, and you want to put them in the corners because you're going to put a piece of Designer Series paper there, and you don't want it to, you want it to kind of be like even. So go ahead and pull all of the backings off. You'll see what I mean when you actually make it. Okay, that, and then pull the rest of your backings off. Okay, so now it's all sticky. All right, next step is you need your gold sequins. And you get this little package of them. This package goes a long, long way. Yes. Nancy loves the vagabond. That's who I got it for. So to protect her wrists and her arms. But we used to just do it all by hand until it just got to be too much. All right. You're just going to sprinkle in some of these sequins. You can make it as much as you want to. So just sprinkled in some of our sequins. And then take your 4x4 piece. I want this on to show through. So I'm going to, this goes right there on the inside of your box. Now look, there you go. Now you've created your shaker. Awesome, eh? Okay, so next let's just do a little bit of decorating. For my craft along people, I included the green chevron ribbon. My lighting has been off. And then the red ribbon. So I'm going to take and make a nice, beautiful red ribbon bow. And on the example, we have a snowman, a Santa. Today I'm making mine with a snowman. That way I got a variation. Okay, so I just made a bow. And that's going to go on there. And then let's take our snowman and do a little bit of coloring. So I already stamped him and ran him through just to make it go a little bit faster. So I just need some real red, and I'm going to use the dark granny apple green. And then I need a little bit of orange. So I'll take some timid tiger, and then a little bit of pool party too. Just a little bit, a very light pool party. Because when I do the snowman, I like to add just a little bit. So guys, if you do not own all the blends, this is what today I went through my blends that I have here. And I went through and ordered all the rest of them because they are on sale for 40% off. They're only like $6.90. And you get both the light and the dark. So you get 2 markers for that. So it's a great deal. So I'm going to take the dark real red and color in our hat. So my snowman, I just do a little bit of highlights of pool party. And that makes him it does make him look a little bit real as a snowman can look, but he's meant to be super fun. And snowmen are so easy to color. And then I'll do the scarf. Okay, this is a great bundle to add to your collection that you can use for, this could be a great little birthday for a winter birthday too, snowmen, but it's great for Christmas. Okay, there's our little cutie pie of our snowman, and we'll take some dimensionals, and our box is almost done. I told you, it's a simple box. Yes, blends are in the sale for Black Friday. All right, so this is going to get glued down to the front of our box. Isn't it so cute? And then I'm going to take mini glue dots. Where did you go, mini glue dots? You were just right here in front of me. There we go. Okay, found them. See, sometimes if you talk nicely, they'll automatically just pop back up somewhere. So, and that's going to get glued right down here to the edge of our box. And then last but not least, also, when you purchase the craft along, we send you a little pouch of all the die cuts that you'll need. So you're going to need the circle here. So it just saves you a little bit of time. So you cut your own cardstock, but we do the die cuts for you. I'll take the real red, and we're going to do the Be Jolly on that circle. So let's grab that. Here you go. And the Be Jolly is out of the Ornamental Christmas. So we only use these 2 bundles for all of the projects. Again, giving you lots and lots of ideas. Then let's add this to the front of our box and then we're done. So I'm going to put a dimensional down at the bottom of here, and then this just kind of goes, and the top of it will hover kind of over top of that bow. So you don't need a dimensional up there because that knot is gonna. So there's the top, here's your box, and voila, look at that. Isn't that so awesome? And here's the one that's in the tutorial, so you can see the variations. Do you have a favorite? I do not have a favorite. They are both so cute for 4 different reasons, but I love them both. All right, so talk nicely, yes. All right, next we're gonna have a card. So this card is also designed by my friend Deb Smeek, and it's a nice, simple, cute card. Again, showcasing all of this product. So we have a piece of, let me go to my next tutorial so I make sure I give you all the right measurements. All right, it's 7 inches by 5.5, and you're gonna just score it at 4 1/4. Your first step is going to be to just fold along those score marks. We're all looking, listen, when we make Christmas cards, we usually have a lot of cards to make. So we always look for some cute ones that are cute and simple, right? So I know I did not have a favorite. Next, you're going to take a piece of the designer series paper. I am using this tree piece because it's my favorite. And I'll show you the example of Deb's. Again, it's all the same measurements. I'm just using some different pieces. So I'm going to use this one. On the inside of the card, there is a piece of soft sea foam. And you're going to take one of the trees. Now this one, we had choices with trees. So we have this tree. We have this tree. This is the tree that Deb used. So I'll show you her. So she stamped that tree. I wanted more of a playful look. So I'm going to go with Festive Friends with this tree. It looks like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Oh, I already put it on the block. And I'm going to take that with a garden green. So we're going to take that and I'm going to stamp it. Let me take my back of here. And I'm just going to put that in a couple trees down here. So you can make it exactly like the tutorial. I just chose to change mine up a little bit because I wanted more of a playful tree. Okay, so I'm cleaning my stamp off back here just so you know. So if I don't clean it off now, I'll have it everywhere. While our next step we're going to do is some blending. But we also we took come on up here, the modern Christmas paper, and we ran through the Christmas tree. So that's actually the really cool part of this paper is one side is glitzy and glamorous and golden and beautiful, and the other side is patterned, and some are playful, there's polka dots. So this one, we took this piece to this really piece. So I have that Christmas tree, and I'm going to take a blending brush with these two things, and we're just going to add some green. So take your stamp pad and your blending brush, and you're going to just take off. See how that first is it's so brash. You want to take some of that ink off, and then the bottom of the tree you want to be pretty heavy. So you're going to add quite a bit of ink to the bottom of the tree. Always take off a little bit. And then the rest of the tree, we're just going to go kind of lighter as we go up. But we want that bottom of the tree to be pretty dark. Okay, so kind of the same thing with this soft sea foam. The bottom here, we're going to have pretty dark. And then you're just going to blend it up so it kind of all just blends in. But the bottom, and then the rest of it, I'll kind of blend together. But the bottom definitely is a little bit heavier. Okay, so let me move this so you can see what it looks like. So isn't that pretty? Then here's the tree that we did. So a little bit of blending with our blending brushes in garden green. Next I have, this is going to get glued down to the inside of our card. I also like this card because for the, there's not going to be a whole lot of room to say a whole lot. So this isn't the one that you would do like, oh, I'm going to write this Christmas letter. You could always write the Christmas letter and just kind of tuck it in there. But this is a nice just Merry Christmas card, thinking of you, and then sending it on. All right, we ran through one of the red stars. The star comes in the ornamental Christmas. So what is this? These tree dies. Now, I happen to make another tree. Voila! The beauty of magic of TV. I have a tree done. I decided to do 2 trees on mine. You don't have to, but I thought I wanted another tree. Now the fun part is you get to take your deer dots and you get to decorate your tree. I've struggled decorating my Christmas tree the last like 5 years. Ever since Andrew and Ryan moved out, I haven't done it. It's like some of my kids are missing, so it's just we've struggled. But this year I'm going to try to. All right, so I did this in the tutorial. There's only 1 tree, but I decided to do 2 trees. I like both of those trees. So they're going to go on the front of our card. So let me go ahead. Maybe I'm going to do the next part first before I jump in. So the next part is we just need our elf. So these are going to go on the front of our card. See how cute both trees are? I think it's so cute. And then I do really like the more of that, the playful tree down there for sure. All right, last we have our little elf. And I did stamp and cut him out already. So I'll use ivory on his face. So I'm going to show you this a little trick it's not really a trick, but you could call it a trick if you want to. I like to call it a trick. So I'm going to do his face, but he looks very sickly. So then I'm just going to add a little bit of pink to his cheeks and a little bit to his nose. But still, now that looks a little goofy. So the next thing I'm going to do is go back in and just blend it with the ivory again. And it totally blends it and makes it look real. So now he's just got a little bit of pink in the cheeks and he just looks he's a little bit of a healthier looking elf. There you go. That blends really, really nice. All right, I'm just going to take a little bit of brown and do his little hair. This is crumb cake, but you could use the bronze that matches the ivory. I think that's what Deb did. And then the dark, make sure it's the dark granny apple green. That matches the garden green kind of the best. And I'm just going to do the rest of our little elf. So there's his hat. And then we will do his little jacket. You actually do not need to do his feet, just because the feet aren't going to show. He's going to be peeking out behind the tree. We don't have a garden green blends. I don't know why, but the dark granny apple green is pretty close. So I just go all the dark. I don't do any of the light. And look, it's pretty darn close, if you can tell. Okay, and then last but not least, I need to do his little hands. Okay, so there's our little elf. Now in this, Deb glued down, I never thought about this. This was a great idea. She glued down our little elf to a piece of the garden green. And, oh, of course and then she just trimmed it out. And I'm going to show you why, because you're going to be able to see this through the other side. And now it's going to give you a really nice little tailored look from the back side of the card. I'll show you. And it won't take long. And again, this is not going to even show through. So I love the Festive Friends bundle because it doesn't just cut out these cute little guys. It also has all the trees, the snowflakes, has a ton of different pieces in it. And the big huge tag. Okay, so it doesn't look any different from the front at all. But from the back that you're going to see, it's a nice tailored look to it. So now let's assemble our card. I'm going to put glue down here on our tree. And the elf is just kind of peeking out his head from behind. Kind of just saying, here I am. Hello. Merry Christmas. Just like that. Isn't he cute? Now, if you need to, like I have this piece kind of sticking out here, you can just trim that off. All right, so that then is going to get put down with some dimensionals. Don't, just the tree, because he's going to be hanging off the card. Just kind of peeking out at you. Okay. See, he's going to be coming right over here. And then I just went a little rogue with this and got another tree that I did. And I'm going to add this one. He is adorable and just like peeking out. He's so, yes, because, yep, Michelle is right. The blends show through. So if you didn't do that, then when you turn it over, you'd be able to see through there. Now it's like a nice tailored look to it. Okay, last but not least, a couple different things. We're going to take our garden green chevron ribbon and we're going to tie a bow, a nice pretty bow, and add that to our card front. I'm going to show you Deb's here in a second. She did a tiny little bow. My friend Erica, when she did a big loopy bow, which is not surprising. But so I just take a bow. We're going to add that right here to the front of our card. And there's our little elf that's peeking through. Then on the inside, we're just going to stamp. There's this big Merry Christmas. So we're going to take that Merry Christmas with real red and stamp that. So today I only use red and green ink pads. So just real red. You do want to make sure you are going to not have it hang out. There you go. So voila, there is our second project for today. So we had a box and a card today. And then, and it just really showcasing how fun all of that product is together. This is a little bit of a more fun card. Tomorrow we're going to have a little bit more of a glitzy, glamorous card. And then these are our projects from yesterday. Yep, and then here's the actual box that I made today too. So we are only in day 2 of the craft along, and already we have a pile of projects. So thank you guys so much for joining me for day 2 of our craft along. Tomorrow I'll be live here at noon of our lunch break with Ronda time, and we'll have 2 more projects. Then every day for, again, 3 more days, we'll have 2 more projects that are recorded. So by the end, by the time we're done, it's so cool. There's this huge pile of awesome projects. So thanks for joining me and following along. Now I want you to get crafty and make these things as well. You're watching them, and then if you have the PDF tutorial, it's not too late. You can either buy it or you can get it for free when you place your online order. All right, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.